What is up, creators? Derek here from DW Designs, and welcome to my fabrication series. Let's do this thing! What is up, guys? Welcome back to DW Designs, and today we're doing part 4 of how to build this roll cage for this 1969 Ford Bronco. So stay tuned. Okay, so one thing is there are a few things that I didn't capture in video because I'm trying to get this roll cage done in a decent time. So therefore, there will be things you guys won't see, and I apologize for that, but I'm going to try my best to explain how I did it and stuff like that. So if you guys have any more in-depth questions, please leave a comment in the comment section below, and I'll try to message you guys back and let you know what I did or what I changed or whatever it is you guys see. Alright, guys, so as you see here, this cage is no longer being held with clamps. I got the upper tubes in, and as you can see, it's got a slight bend in it. Goes up, goes real nice and tight across the roof, and then goes into the front hoop. That's exactly what we wanted. Now this hoop here goes right into here and comes out real nice and close to here, and it's going to come around and up front here and then back around, and we're going to miss this whole windshield wiper thing, which is going to be kind of a pain in the butt to do, but it will be done. So that hoop will be like that, and in fact, I'll take you guys here in my office here in a couple minutes to show you guys how I'm going to do these tubes here on Bentech, and we'll do the measurements, but I'll show you what the tube looks like on Bentech. Okay, guys, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a measurement from here to here and how far forward you want it to go. So on the back one, I got 4.5 inches from here to the inside of the tube, and I want it to go forward 5 inches. And so I wrote that down, and then there's the front one as well. And both sides are the same, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go into Bentech and add our measurements. Alright, so now we're in the office, and we got Bentech pulled up. Remember that front hoop I was showing you guys that was going to go up, that was laying there on the floor? This is what that's going to look like. What we're going to end up doing is having some, where my mouse cursor is, some tabs coming off like this, and that's going to mount to the top of the windshield frame. Now I know, structurally speaking, guys, I know that's not really a go-to thing. I would prefer to do pillars going down to the floor, but the customer has requested otherwise, and he saw a cage that was built very similar to this one, not exactly the same, and he liked it, so he wanted me to basically copy it in a way, but with my own style and twist to it. So now we got the measurements down. Now if you guys haven't watched the other videos, then you got to make sure that you subtract half the tubing, which is 7/8, and then subtract the distance off of how far away you want the tube away from the side of the vehicle. In this case, for these tubes we're going to be doing, we're only going to do 1/8 of an inch because I don't want it. I want it as tight as I can over here, so that way the passengers have plenty of room back here to move freely. So let's start right here. We're going to go to pick points up here in the corner, and now we went to this screen, which is easy. We can just change it back if we want, but when we're working it's easier to use this. So what we're going to do is we're going to come here, we're going to select this pick point right here. Now we're going to go forward 5, because I want 5 inches, and then we're going to go in, actually in here, 3.5, so 3.5 inches. Okay, now if you guys look at that from this perspective, you see it comes in. So that's what that looks like. So we're in 3.5 this way, and we're out forward 5 inches. We're going to hit apply. We're going to do the same thing for the other side. We're going to pick that pick point right there, and we're going to switch it from right to left and hit apply again. Now that's set. You're going to hit clear values, and now those are locked in place. Now what we're going to do is we're going to come directly over here to this side, directly in line with this. So we got that, got the middle there. That's what we want. We want the middle right there where it lines up. Now we're going to do the same process. So we need to come over 100 or 1 inch, 0.438 thousandths, and we want to go back 5. Same thing as the front. I'm going to hit apply, and we're going to do the same thing over here, except we're going to switch it from, wrong way, we'll flip it this way. There we go. Hit apply also, and now we got a pick point there, which sticks out as well. So now what we're going to do is we're going to come in here, we're going to hit clear values, and we're going to go to bend. I already have the sizing of the tube picked, as well as the die. We have to make sure that the die is calibrated and all that, but we can get into that in another video if you guys are interested. Please guys, leave a comment below what you guys would like to see. I'd love to do videos on what you guys would like to see, so that way we can make some good content for you guys. So what we're doing now is we're going to select bend. There's 2 bends, so we're going to do 2. I'm going to go here, we click this dot, go to that dot. It's literally just connect the dots like we did when we were kids, and then hit OK. Boom, now we got a tube. And this is what it'll look like in display mode. So that's what that looks like, guys. Bada bing, bada boom. Just like that. Same thing with this side. We'll add 2 bends. One here, to there, there, and there. Hit OK. Boom, display. Now we got it, guys. Alrighty guys, so I'm here with my friend Ed.
Hello.
We went to school together, and we got the tubes this morning already cut out, ready to go, marks on it. So I know I didn't get this on camera, but I had to go into the computer and edit a little bit. It was slightly cockeyed to what it was supposed to be, so I went in and fixed that this morning, and we got 16-degree bends on each end. Now we might have to fine-tune that a little bit, but that's okay because that's easy fixes. So with that, let's get on to bending. Yeah.
Right.
Just get it semi-tight, and then what we'll do is we'll adjust the end to be level. Do you remember how to eyeball this?
No. Not sideways like this.
Okay. All right, here.
Actually?
Okay, guys. So what we did is we forgot to put the angle finder on here. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you guys how to realign it, because otherwise you have a tendency to cockeye it and then you get a weird bend. So what you're going to do is you want to stare down the end of your die and match it up at the top and the bottom and make sure it's all across one even plane. So you want to check it both ways. You want to check it this way, and then I'll go ahead and open up this door right here, and we'll come from the other way and check the other way. And then once we know it's all on the same plane, then we go ahead and bend it and we'll be good. All right, so after you guys get it nice and level and plain to the die here, then you're set to go, and you can go ahead and bend it. And yes, we should have put the degree finder on there, but like I said, we forgot, and it always happens. So just be prepared for that, guys. All right, so here we have the tube bent, and looking straight down at it, it is nice and straight. It is not cockeyed. If you have flat concrete, you can lay it on the flat concrete, and that'll tell you too. But unfortunately, here at this shop, there is a train that runs by here a lot, and unfortunately, the concrete is really uneven and has lots of cracks in it, so I can't lay it down on the concrete. Okay, guys, so now that that's done and it's all bent up, we went ahead and put it in the vehicle like this. Let me show you guys. We went ahead and put it in between here and here with that 16-degree bend, and I adjusted it so that way it fits right along here nicely. And then we marked from the center of this tube out from that tube, and the center of this tube out on transferred onto the other tube. And the reason being for that is what we're going to do is we're going to hand notch these, because we can't put it in a tube notcher. The tube notcher will not work. So we're going to hand notch them. We're going to do the 3/3 rule and just hand notch it. There are videos out there if you guys want to see them, not by me but by others that do hand notching. If you guys would like to see one of those videos, how I do it, just leave a comment down below and I'll do my best to make one of those videos. So here's the marks right here. As you can see here, we got a little bit less to play with than over here, because partly that is because what we're doing is we're offsetting it just a little bit, so that way we get the right angle on each end, and that way it's nice and straight with and parallel with all the other tubes and the side of the car. Okay guys, so what we're going to do now is I want a center line here. So I'm going to take two tubes that are the same exact size, a piece of angle iron, and just scrape it across. What that's going to do is, go ahead and bring the camera in, Ed. What that's going to do is it's going to leave a little line right here, as you guys see. That's going to give me the exact center of this tube. Perfect. All right, so we got the tubing laid out there with the marker. Now we're going to take it over to a bandsaw, cut it out, then grab the angle grinder, make it fit nice, and then fit it in the car. Okay guys, so we got the tube all notched out and put in the vehicle while Ed is going to go ahead and bend up and notch the other one because we wanted to double check everything, so we bent it and notched it and everything only to one just to make sure, so that way we don't make double the mistake if we so happen to make a mistake. But now that we know it's correct, let me show you guys. So we got it in there nice and parallel. I know it's an optical illusion, it looks like it's off, but it's not. It's nice and straight down there, and it's nice and even along the top here, which is exactly what we wanted. So now all we're going to do is bend, cut, and notch the other one and put it in, and we're done with that. So we got the other one bent, notched, and put in. And there it is. Fits really nice. Props to Ed for hand notching that tube there. Fits very good. Looking nice. Alright, so that concludes this step. Now we're going to work on the next step, and that is going to be notching this tube that goes up here. So stay tuned. Okay guys, so there's been a lot that has happened between the last clip and this clip, and I apologize for that in advance. I know we did that a lot with this last segment of the Bronco, but we have to get it done, so I had to sacrifice making my video time to get it well along. Alright, so in previous videos I showed you guys a bar that went from here all the way around and then back. Well, that's obviously no longer the case. The customer has requested that we do it differently, and we did it straight barred instead of doing this round oblong shape that had to go around the windshield wiper and whatnot. So we went with straight bars and attached to the window frame like they're supposed to. And then these two bars here are added in for extra support, as well as a CB radio could be put in there as an added option. As you can see here, we've gusseted this as well to add extra strength to it, because technically this isn't a whole lot of strength for when it rolls over. And as also you guys can see, we took the top off, so you can get a really good look at the cage without the top on. Okay, so how I got the measurement from here to the inside of the body is I just took from the center of the bend and then measured it out to the most outward part, and that gave me like 10.5 inches. So what I did is I went into BendTech and I typed in 10.5 inches out, and then figured out how far forward I wanted it to end, and then I subtracted the 1 3/4 tubing by half, so that way we can get it directly aligned with the body, exactly right up against it. And then as we were finagling with it, we managed to get it a 1/2 inch away from the body, which is ended up being what we wanted, but it gave me some extra room to play with that there. Now as far as these two tubes right here, pretty straightforward. 13 degrees, just put it in there, bend it, and then notch it. Make sure you leave enough room on the front of it, so that way when you put it in the tube bender, you can still bend it and not miss the bend altogether, so that way you don't have to cut a new tube. So just keep that in mind, guys. So the next thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking the cage out and setting it on this roll around cart here with 2 I-beams going out, and then we're going to set it up exactly the same way and the same measurements as what's in here, so that way when I weld it, I can weld it outside the Bronco without having to step on the floor inside and worry about messing up the floor and putting dents in it and all that stuff. But I will say, guys, I'm not going to bore you guys with me welding the cage, because that's going to take a long time. But if you guys would like to see it in a future video, just leave a comment down below, because I want to know, you guys want to see it or not. So with that, thank you guys for being very patient throughout this video series on how to build the roll cage for this 1974, by the way. I messed that up in one of my first couple videos. I said 69, but it's actually a 74. So, with that, thank you guys for watching. And please stay tuned for more videos because they will be coming. I don't know when the next video is going to be, but we will definitely keep things coming as much as we can. So I appreciate the support, and God bless, and you guys have